selector. Say 1, 2, 3, hey, drop M's and see ya. Now when I pull pass up, la tiba urimona rapa, M's and see ya. Now when I pull pass up, la tiba urimona rapa, come on, 1, 2, 3, and see ya, la tiba urimona rapa, now when I pull pass la tiba urimona rapa, thank you, my selector.
Greetings to you from Liberty Life Wanderers. An hour and a half after the scheduled start of this first Castle Test match between India and South Africa. The Indian lineup today, minus Harbhajan Singh, but including 3 seamers, Singh, Sreekanth and Zahir Khan, with Anil Kumble there, 1 spinner. South Africa, no spinner in their lineup, as we have known for a while, and that is the lineup for South Africa. First use of the ball, Steyn and Tini, Nel, Pollock and Kallis, the 5-pronged pace attack. And much will depend on how they use that new ball in a shortened first session of this test match on a pitch that has been the subject of much discussion and conjecture in the last hour and a half due to the decision to use damp Hessian to try and prevent the cracks from widening on that pitch, and a disappointing way for a test series to start. And unfortunately we do start an hour and a half late, which does mean this day will finish a little later. Australian Daryl Harper standing the 62nd test match down at the golf course end here at Liberty Life Wanderers, and his partner in his 14th test, the Englishman Mark Benson. Joining me in the commentary box for this first half hour, Daryl Cullinan. And just let's get it out of the way, Daryl, good morning. Now, just about good afternoon. And disappointing just initially about the pitch.
Good afternoon, Gerald, and good afternoon to all our viewers. Very disappointing, whatever the reasons given. It's actually inexcusable, but thankfully we've got a test match underway. Let's not forget that time can be made up this evening, albeit half an hour. So all the talk leading up into this test match was about South Africa's pace and how the Indian top order are going to deal with it.
And that top order begins with Virender Sehwag and Wasim Jaffer, and it's Dale Steyn who's going to be taking the new ball from the golf course end. Huge opportunity for him. It's a short first session, just an hour this morning, this afternoon, and a big chance for South Africa to make inroads here. Must be said that the Indian top order is a little fragile, particularly Jaffer and Sehwag. So Graham Smith will be looking to get a big breakthrough early on here. Here we go. Oh, nice start from Dale Steyn. On the money.
He's going to charge in. That's a quick first delivery from Steyn. And Jaffer, having come off a warm-up game, he got a pair. And he's on 2 occasions on this tour. One-day international, he's batted twice, got a duck and a 10. So his tour of South Africa so far has yielded 10 runs. But if ever there was a time to come good, it would be today. It would be a great test of his technique.
Nice and fresh for Steyn from the golf course in the right area already.
It's quite interesting that normally Mackay and Tini, him being the senior bowler, would get a choice of ends. But with it though, it's decided today that Steyn would take the first over. And from the golf course in, one thing you do get is a bit of extra bounce. And the carry is going to be something to watch here today. Where will it get to Boucher's gloves?
First one offline from Dale Steyn. Interesting to see, yes, how it carries, how that bounce, and how South Africa use it. You've got to use it cleverly, don't overuse it.
Well, that's the risk that sides run. Yeah, they tend to get a bit carried away when they see the good bounce and the good carry. Good carries generally, Boucher would take it just about waist height and above. The Wanderers, we know, can be a bit slow on the first day. But so far, it's got through quite nicely.
Oh, there we go. First real short one, and it's up there in the 140s from Dale Steyn. Now the test of these two opening batsmen is so much. Have a look at that short one, perhaps just a little bit wide, and Jaffa playing inside. Here it is, and he's got it away for the first boundary of this test match. Short ball, and Jaffa deals with it very well.
Very impressive stroke. Effort ball from Mtini. He's not one of the slowest bowlers around. You can see that he's dug that in. The way that he's played it, that's with authority.
That's close. That's very, very close. That goes the finger. Mackay Ntini and Wasim Jaffa's woeful tour continues. Just nipping back a little bit off the seam. It didn't bounce as much as he anticipated. First blood to Mackay Ntini.
No shot off it. When that happens, you're in trouble. His delivery coming back in. That was the previous delivery that he played to short leg. It was well picked up by Hashim Amla. That was the LBW shot. The next ball, it shows it would have just clipped the off stump. And as we said before, Jaffa not offering a shot. 14 for 1.
Rahul Dravid strides to the crease. And if there were ever two big guns to play a part, it's the two in picture now. He's been there before, Dravid. He's got a wonderful record in all forms of cricket, but particularly Test cricket, known as the Rock in India because of his immaculate defence, but it will require all his skills. Last ball of the over, so he's at the non-strikers end. There's the run. Is it a catch? Yes, he's gone. Suddenly, India, all sorts of trouble. Sean Pollock deserved that wicket. He outthought his man. Beautiful bowling, and his form continues.
Well, Sean Pollock just stays in that corridor of uncertainty. That's where he's had a lot of success against the Indian batsmen in the one-day games. That continues here. It makes it very hard from the batting point of view to know which to play and which to let go. 14 for 2.
And that's the new batsman. The little master, the little maestro. 34 test hundreds for Sachin Tendulkar. And he's come in at a very, very difficult time. South African bowlers now finding their range. They spent probably 5-6 overs trying to get it right. Now, Sean Pollock, he's got the question sheet out. Have the Indian batsmen got the answers?
Sachin Tendulkar's got a lot of work to do. Got a very good 100 against South Africa during the first series back after readmittance at this ground.
Oh, eased away by Dravid. And that is a fine way to get off the mark, having not got off the mark before lunch. Daryl Cullinan.
Good afternoon, Gerald. A little loosening here from Sean Pollock after lunch. And this will please Dravid for its timing. Just leant on it and helped it on its way. It would have been a nervous lunch for both these batsmen. They know that so much of this innings depends on how well they play.
Wow. Beautiful shot. The resonance of the sound of the bat will tell you how well he struck that.
For those that doubt his form and where he is right now, this is a shot of confidence. It's full, it's a half volley. the way that he's put it away with ease suggests that he's seen it well and is moving well.
And over the top. That's nicely played. Intentional shot. That is an intentional shot, and with that, Sachin Tendulkar has scored 10,500 career test runs in 133 tests. He's the 4th highest of all time. Lara Border and Steve Waugh, the men. That's a very good shot.
It's a remarkable shot. It looked as if he was bailing out of the shot for a moment, but in fact he never was. This was intentional, and he knew exactly where it was going.
I was waiting for the fielder to get across and pick it up, but it's not a chance. It's running away to the long off boundary. Beautifully timed, just leaning on it. The effort ball, as you could hear from Nell, and just eased away for another boundary to Tendulkar. It's 82 for 2.
Well, this is what makes him such a special player. Look at that. Take a photo of that. Just stands up. Hasn't really hit it that hard. He's just punched it. Andre Nel can't believe it. As a bowler, well, you can't simply do anything about that. It's back of a length. He just stood up tall and bang, straight down the ground, 4 runs.
Edge gone. Beautiful piece of bowling. Callis gets the big wicket, and de Villiers takes the catch. It's 83 for 3. Tendulkar gone for 44.
That's the length. Absolutely perfect. And A.B. de Villiers takes a comfortable catch. Perfect length, and it's just nipped away off the seam, and the big man goes. Tendulkar has gone for 44. It's 83 for 3.
The new man for India is VVS Laxman, who was called up to the tour during the one-day series as cover for Rahul Dravid. Finds himself playing in the first test, and he's got a very, very fine record. 281 his highest score, but this is why he's there.
Well, just been talking about it. They're setting him up, the man back on the hook. See there, a half prod. He's no real effort to get a big stride into the ball. He's got caught in the crease there. Doesn't know whether to come forward, and great piece of bowling from Jacques Kallis, and only 1 wicket away now from his 200th.
And he'll squeeze it away between Gully and the 5th slip to the boundary. 4 to Rahul Dravid. Breaks a bit of a trend. 91 for 3. Dravid to 26.
Too short from Ntini. That's a big one. And nicely played. He kept it down beautifully. And on this fast outfield that is beating most of the quick men, gets up on his toes way off the ground and just rides it down through that gap.
Oh, the short one, he's got it away, backward of square, 4 runs, 2 in a row. Well, he's seeing it right now. 1 short outside off, 1 middle, and well played by Dravid.
This is what me and you spoke about earlier on. Shot selection. No man back there. It stayed a little low, but well played in the end.
Edge and gone. Beautifully bowled, Jacques Kallis. That really is a good delivery. We talked about bowling fuller, inviting the drive, and that's exactly what he's done. Neat catch from the skipper. He'll be delighted as well, but Kallis is the man.
Well, he's worked hard for this wicket. It's up there. Just a little bit of nipping off the seam there, and that's a good catch by the captain, Graham Smith. He's worked hard as Kallis for that. Bit of disappointment earlier in the over, but that's fantastic. 2 big wickets for Kallis. And Rahul Dravid goes for 31. It's 110 for 4.
Sourav Ganguly makes his way to the wicket, and all of India be waiting for this moment. There might have been a few South African bowlers also been waiting for this moment. Dada, as he's known in India, and they feel over there, and there's been a lot of press about it, that he might be their saviour. 83 in the first game, bounced out in the second innings 0 for 0, and I'm sure he'll get a couple of short pitch deliveries here. Mind you, it is swinging, and you know, the in-swing to the left-hander always difficult to face.
Once again, a great piece of bowling by Kallis up there, and it just a little bit of movement off the seam. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Look at that. Getting him sort of 50-50 on the crease. It's lovely when you get that absolutely right. Perfect neat, and a good catch by the captain. First slip.
Yeah, it was a classic away swinger's dismissal. Absolutely classic. On the drive, edge, straight to slip. Immediately away, and be happy about that. And Kallis will not be happy about that. I don't know, perhaps he is quite pleased about it, because Laxman's down at that end and he plays deep in the crease and fiddles around outside that off stump, and there are 4 slips in place, 3 in a sort of fine gully in place for that catch. And perhaps he fancies bowling to Laxman because he can bowl that fuller delivery much the same as he did to Dravid. Flipped away. That's beautifully played. And it's just the right height, and he's prepared to take him on, and Kallis won't be unhappy with that. Whether they put 2 back's another thing. I think if they have 2 back, he'd probably be inclined not to play it, but this was just not quite high enough. Very close to his stumps when he finished.
Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced about that, it wasn't high enough and wasn't really 100% in control of it.
He's done it again. And that's a better shot, but he's encouraging his man to play through there. And they must hold their nerve, Jacques Kallis. It's a couple of good shots, but it's worth the gamble, because if he just pulls him a little wider again, you can see how far away the bat is from the pad. It only has to nip a little bit, and the slips are right in play, or the inside edge onto the stumps. It's a good looking shot. Now just a tad wider. Jacques Kallis caught it slip. Let's see if we can get our man.
And I'm afraid he's not going to get the wicket if he places it there. 4 runs, beautifully timed, but not the best line or length from Nel.
Very good leg side player, Laxman. He won't miss out too often. Maybe Nel with a bit of a way swing, getting a bit too ambitious there, trying to bowl a bit straighter. Last delivery went for 4. That's just another look at that marginal shot. Good decision at the end of the day. You've probably got to give the batsman the benefit of the doubt.
Straight now against the right-hander, 4 runs. And it's 154 for 4 at the end of the over. And what was looking to be a really good over, spoiled by that boundary.
No, he's just got to be patient, Andre. Now, I mentioned it in the last over. You beat the bat, you hit the batsman. Could easily have had a wicket. Then you try and do too much. You try and force the issue. Try and knock him over. And he knows that. That's what that frustration's about.
Yeah, he's driven it. Top catch. Sean Pollock has taken an outstanding catch, and Davies' tee-off shot has ended in his demise. It's 167 for 6.
Father Christmas. Sean Pollock, he will not take a better catch in his whole life, ever. That is brilliant. Jonty Rhodes would have been extremely happy with that one. And Sean Pollock has taken one with his left hand, not the one that he would prefer, not his preferred one. It's just an outstanding catch. Dhoni must be wondering what's happened. He's got to go though. 167 for 6.
Well, the Proteas would have wanted to have Anil Kumblian inside the first half hour of the second morning, and they've got their wish. very, very experienced cricketer. He has a pretty good record against South Africa, batting down the order. Has frustrated them over the years. And he joins Saurav Ganguly because of this quite unbelievable piece of fielding.
He just had the feeling Dhoni was ready to go. He'd been fiddling around, but he won't be dismissed by a better catch than that in his entire career. He's a young man just starting off, and he's got his miracle dismissal out the way very early on, and then Shaun Pollock is the man who's done it, left-handed, and just in the end of the fingers. I was looking at the boundary, I've got to confess, and I think a lot of other people would have been. Brilliant from Shaun Pollock.
Edge goal! Down at third slip. And Herschel Gibbs, the man in position. And that will be a great disappointment, 174 for 6.
Almost worth putting another man in there. He had a long way to go, Herschel Gibbs to his right. He's not going to play any shots, Anil Kumble. He's more of a pusher at the ball. And if you can just plug that gap, it's almost worth having no mid-off.
Oh, he's got that through. These are useful runs. It's 187 for 6. Like I mentioned earlier, Kumble will put a price tag on his wicket. He'll take the knocks, he'll look to get behind it. Real fighter.
Good shot as well. Just a late cut, no third man in position.
And into the safe hands, a second slip. Jacques Kallis making no mistake. And finally, Andre Nel rewarded.
Andre Nel getting the wicket that he so desperately wanted this morning. Tentative stroke by Anil Kumble. Just looked like initially he wanted to let it go, then he just hung the bat out. Jacques Kallis got very safe hands at second slip, and 188 for 7. Very attacking field placing. 3 slips position, 2 gullies. Short leg. Zahir Khan on strike. He should enjoy bowling on this surface later on. He's bound to get a swing through the air and movement off the seam.
There it goes. Didn't get all of it. He's just chipped it over mid-on. Iantini in pursuit. And a comfortable 3. 202 for 7. That's got to be close. Oh, he's almost walking. That was the brain fade. He was looking to smash it away. Shaun Pollock outthought him. He's had quite a morning, Shaun Pollock. Wonderful catch. Now he gets a wicket right at a vital time. Zahir Khan has got to go absolutely plumb.
It didn't look as if it might have been the quick bouncer or one that nipped off the seam. In fact, it had been a slow ball from Shaun Pollock. That being the undoing of Khan, and would it have gone on to hit the stumps? Good enough, Mark Benson. Tiny little contribution from Khan, though. It comes to an end. India 205 halfway.
Sreesanth comes to the crease, and that's because of a good piece of bowling from Shaun Pollock. Slower delivery, right up in the block hole. A change of pace. Said might work against the lower order, and it worked against Zahir Khan. Just the 8 matches. Highest of 29, so he can't be an absolute mug with the bat. How will Ganguly play now? How will he play? Will he get on the charge?
He's got to get a bit of the strike first. Be quite happy to have Khan steal the strike. So you just don't need pace all the time. Crafty stuff from Pollock.
in the air and out. Straight away, Sean Pollock twice in the over. Neat catch from Hashim Amla. He had to make a little bit of ground to his left, but he had no trouble doing that. And again, the South African fielding has been wonderful.
Just a loop to backward point, but Amla had to pick it up and then move fairly quickly to his left. It's been the intensity about the South African fielding performance. And they're doing the job here. Srisanth has to go for a duck. 205 for 9.
9 down for India. Vikram Singh comes to the crease as number 11, and at the other end on 39 is Saurav Ganguly, and I'm sure it will be the charge. There's a neat little catch from Amla. I think he thought it was coming to him initially, and then it just sort of bent away from a bit, so then he had to make a bit of ground to his left. Came at a nice pace to pouch it though. Sean Pollock 2 in the over. The end is nigh, but it might not be without a little bit of a fight from Ganguly. How will he play? That's how he'll play. And I'll tell you what, if he has a bit of luck, he could still get to 250.
This is a powerful stroke from him. The field is a bit spread. It's a deep mid-on. There's a man at backward square leg. Deep backward point. Mid-off has also gone back to the boundary. What has he been in the one-day squad? Have a look at that.
Well, he used to open the batting with Sachin, and they were a revered pair. Oh dear, oh dear. Take that, Jacques Kallis. Did the right thing pitching it up, but he's not going to hang around. Whatever you can do, Saurav, I'll just better it.
It's taken everybody by surprise. Well, Kallis pitch the next delivery up. 2 left in the over.
It's just a case, is it 2 short or 1 short? Because there's going to be a short ball, and I tell you who knows. There's a man going back at square leg. I tell you who knows is the batsman. It's just which one. Smacked away again. Baseball style. This is 2020.
Well, you made the point earlier, Barry. South Africa have just got to watch out here. These runs can hurt them at the end of the day. Kallis, it won't be the first time that he's been in this situation.
Oh, it was up there, and he's been carved away to long off, looking for that slow ball into the middle leg stumps. It didn't work.
Well, Saurav Ganguly, you give me the one, I'll spank him over the boundary. Slower ball, and he picked it up. Just, well, he has been sitting on number 2 there for quite some time, and that slower ball was just about perfect in terms of half volley. Talking about clearing a left leg, that's ridiculous.
And another one, this time over the leg side, and that is 4 more. He's moving all over the crease as Pollock bowls, and he's picked them up 2 in a row.
Well, you got to get up in the hole there. This is almost like bowling at the death. It's got to go and hit off stump. Another slower ball from Pollock. And, well, he certainly has got a good eye. Toe into the bat. Gives himself ample room outside leg stump and slogs it over mid-wicket for 4. These are annoying runs that India are getting right now. And that's Ganguly's 50. Relief from the former captain of India, and appreciation from his teammates. He's done well under the circumstances, under huge pressure.
Yeah, he came in at a very tricky time, and he steered the innings through to what might well be a very, very good first innings here. And in the air, and Pollock surely must get his 4th wicket. And the end of the innings, 249 all out India, ending an exhilarating last wicket stand. Singh out for 29.
Finally, the wicket comes. Shaun Pollock takes his 4th wicket, his 399th wicket. And he wanted that immediately. It's a good catch. It's gone quite high. And the Indian innings has come to an end. And a good job from Vikram Singh. He's gone for 29 of 19 balls. What a little partnership this was with former captain.
There's the card.
Yeah, Shaun Pollock there, four times on there. And a good contribution from Ntini, who a little bit out of sorts, hasn't been himself by all accounts. But 249 India managed to get.
And this is where the concern was. Obviously, that partnership with Dravid and Tendulkar was vital. Kallis knocked both of them over. And then this one at the end here. 44 of 35 balls. Some body blows there to South Africa. Steyn injured, didn't bowl today. Ntini 3 for 57. Pollock, though, the outstanding bowler, 4 for 39. Nell 1 and Kallis 2. 249 all out India.
Friday, live at 5. Get set for some shock and awe 2020 cricket. The Kiwis clash with the Sri Lankans.
Oh, what a great shot.
Fox Sports 2, New Zealand v Sri Lanka, live Friday at 5. Cricket on Fox Sports. How good is it?
Kia Magentis. Luxury as standard from $25,990. Backed by a 5-year Kia factory warranty. The new Kia Magentis. The power to surprise.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
We'll get it.
Get this, KFC's Lunchbox, your favourite burger meal plus an upsized Pepsi Max to get you through those long summer days.
Did you get it?
We got it.
I'll get it.
Favourite sport to play in summer?
Any sort of cricket.
Ladies beach volleyball.
Backyard cricket.
I love catching a frisbee.
Beach cricket.
Probably cricket.
I guess like a lot of people, cricket.
I'm a little bit offended by French cricket. And I put it to you that no one in France even knows what that is. You know, you try and get a game of French cricket in, you know, Marseille. You're like, what's that? And you're hitting the bat like that as well. It's not the sort of technique I was brought up with.
English Championship Football, one of Europe's most hard-fought leagues. It's a rough and tumble, do-or-die dogfight. 24 teams, all vying for their shot at the big time. A breeding ground of champions, a showcase of past heroes. History, pride, tribe.
Oh, that's a goal! Fit to win any game!
English Championship Football, Crystal Palace take on Sunderland, Saturday morning at 7, live and exclusive. Fox Sports 3.
Welcome back to the Wanderers, and the Indian team has made its way out to the centre.
That's a tough old half an hour. I know that as an old opening batsman. This is what you don't want, because there's nothing to gain and everything to lose. You can get a few runs and off the mark, and you might even squeeze to 12 or 15, depending on how well the Indians bowl. But it's not an easy track. Graham Smith knows that. He's been standing at slip for quite a while. 44 very valuable runs added by the last wickets, which held things up for South Africa and put them on the back foot a bit. Now they've got to come out and fight for about 7 or 8 overs, and that's not easy.
43 matches, 121 wickets. He's had a good tour so far, Zaheer Khan. And he'll start the proceedings to Smith. 3 slips in place. And straight away goes past the outside edge.
And that's good bowling. It's the one that's gone away from the left-hander. He's got Smith out twice in the one day, as one between the gap. And you see playing for the angle in Graham Smith, and that one's hit the track and gone away. So a little bit of seam movement. Good seam position for Zaheer Khan. He scores the first points in this contest, but hasn't got the result yet.
Straight away hitting a good length as well. I think the Indian bowlers with their pace will have to get the ball further up, which may not be such a bad thing on this surface.
I agree. If there was a criticism of South Africa, I thought they bowled and fielded pretty well, but they did tend to bowl just a few too many deliveries short. And I'm sure Greg Chappell and Rahul Dravid would have noticed that. His movement.
That's close. That's even closer to the outside edge than the first ball. You can see Smith is tentative. Zaheer Khan knows he doesn't have to try and experiment too much. Get the ball in the right areas. Let the pitch do the rest. He's got a good wrist action.
It's very close. Swung after it, got past the bat. Asking the questions.
First runs for Smith. That'll make him feel better. Couple of runs comfortably taken. You see Zaheer Khan there looking for that special delivery. Pitch in line of leg stump and then swing away from the left-hander.
I think if anything he's gone the other way, hasn't he? He's gone through the gate, and he's also got Smith out LBW, so it's the one coming in that's caused the problem. That's a beauty, well bowled. Really is well bowled. That's the one. He's been just firing it into the off stump of Graham Smith, and that one swung away, so there is some swing about. Beautifully bowled. Good combination this for South Africa though, Smith and Gibbs. They've averaged 66 as an opening partnership, and they've been reunited.
Well, that's close. That is close. In fact, Smith was walking just as the finger was coming up.
So Sreesanth strikes early. And once again, the South African captain departs early.
Slowed down the pace. There it is, pitching just about on off stump and coming back. Graham Smith shuffling across, trying to do the little dance to get the leg out of the way. Bang, into the stumps. The skipper goes again. Little bit of a technical problem. The Indians have exploited it. Sreesanth has got the breakthrough. 5 for 1.
Hashim Amla comes out to the middle. With a side in a spot of bother, they've lost the captain early. It's a teasing and testing little session this. Just about 20 minutes to go for lunch.
Watch for the in-swing now too, for another LBW. Now, if he's thinking now, Zaheer Khan, and I'm sure he is, and Rahul Dravid would also be thinking, 2 or 3 just sliding across Gibbs, and then just save that one in-swinger, but make sure you get it full and on line. And this might be the result for Gibbs. That's pitched just about on off stump. He bowls from pretty close to the stumps. Smith trying to do the nightclub shuffle to get out the way. Didn't fool the umpire.
That's in the air, taken. Gibbs departs, and the Indians cock a hoop here.
2 wickets inside 5 minutes. Both the South African openers dismissed.
Succumbed to a bit of pressure. Zaheer Khan has had a very, very good tour. Again, a loose shot from Gibbs. Nicely taken by Sehwag, I think it is. He's happy. Gibbs, very loose. Pressure, I think, got to him. He's gone for a 0. South Africa in huge trouble. 5 for 2.
So South Africa's best batsman, Jacques Kallis, comes out to the middle. And once again, a huge responsibility on his shoulders now. These are testing conditions that will test the best. And the Indians would realize that he's the big fish.
Watch for the in-swing. He's got 2 deliveries left to Zaheer Khan. Maybe the first one angled away. Kallis likes to leave. And then the in-swinging full delivery. No question about the ability of the man. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic record. But he doesn't come in often at 5 for 2.
Good delivery first up. Right in the block hole.
I tell you what, he nearly got him. It just didn't swing enough. That was good thinking from Zahir Khan, and a very loose shot from Herschel Gibbs. That's why Callis is there. Way out in front of his body. Just didn't let the ball come to him. He had an airy fairy before that. And just, I think, the pressure got to him, Herschel Gibbs.
It's taken. It's carried to VVS Lakshman. The Indians are all over the shop in the field. They've taken 3 wickets in the space of just 10 minutes. This is Amla.
Just a matter of time. It was only a matter of time before he got a nick on him. Nice, neat catch by Laxman, but temperament maybe in question, maybe not. Technique certainly in question, and he's paid the penalty as Hashim Amla. He's gone for a 0 along with Gibbs. 5 for 3.
South Africa are in deep trouble. 5 for 3. Prince has come out. Just got about 10 minutes to go for lunch.
Yeah, it's a combination of poor shot selection, poor technique, and pressure. That's what it's done.
Wrapped on the pads. That is close. That is close. He took a good hard look, Daryl Harper.
I want to see it again. We called it. We said they were looking for the in-swing. It was only a matter of nice and full. Daryl Harper's not sure himself. And I'll tell you what, let's have a look at this one. Does it pitch on? Yes, it does. Boy, oh boy. Oh, no. Jacques Kallis, you lucky man.
And that's why you're lucky. That would have hit middle stump. Now that's adding insult to injury. Pitched up, beautifully struck down the ground. On the first boundary of the South African innings.
Boy, the Indians, when they see that, they're not going to be happy. But Jacques Kallis is going to make him pay no matter what. That's beautifully struck. It's as good a push as Tendulkar plays, just control.
Yes, talking about the South African batting, mixture of poor shots, poor shot selection. You have to give it to the Indian bowlers as well. They got it in the right areas. They bowled the right length. They've asked the questions of the South African batsmen, and they've got the ball to swing. I mean, that's where I think South Africa were found wanting yesterday. They didn't attack the stumps enough. But have a look at this one. Might have just got some.
Oh, he got a little bet on it. So Daryl Harper. Apologies to Daryl Harper and apologies to Jacques Kallis, and he's going to make him pay. That's a second boundary. Daryl Harper, you've got our apologies. We thought it was dead, and you got it right, we got it wrong.
Now that's the difference between Kallis and some of the other players we've seen. Look how he waits for the ball. Nicely played on the onside. That will reach the boundary. Already in these little 10 minutes we've seen of Jacques Kallis, he's looked a class apart.
Gee, this is a good shot. It really is. He's just let it run off the face of the bat, just angled it nicely to keep it down, used the pace of the new ball. Knows that's quite a short boundary down there, Jacques Kallis. Eyes in control, hands in control. Couldn't ask for better than that.
Edge and taken. The breakthrough so quickly after lunch. Sreekanth's on fire. He's got 3. Kallis, the big fish, goes. And South Africa 21 for 4.
That was a fantastic catch, particularly when we consider third slip dived in front of second slip, so he must have impeded his vision a little bit. But Laxman kept his eye on the ball, showed good technique, and this is a fine catch. Off the outside edge, third slip coming in front of him, Laxman catching that low down. And that is a very good piece of cricket by the Indians. 21 for 4.
The new batsman for South Africa is A.B. de Villiers. And he comes in with South Africa well and truly in the cart here. 21 for 4. And well, he's played some very good gutsy innings for South Africa. But This will be a true test for a man who's still very young in years. 23 tests already, believe it or not. And, well, it doesn't come much tougher now than this.
Definitely time to think about moving AB de Villiers back into the opening role. That's a position that he's filled for most of his career.
Wow, take that. Cracking stroke. Ends the over with a sparkling boundary. It's 27 for 4.
Ah, volley, top shot. Very talented individual, AB de Villiers. He hit that superbly.
Oh, it's in the air and out. A spiteful delivery. Khan gets the wicket. De Villiers goes. South Africa 33 for 5.
Not much AB de Villiers could do about this one. It's a very good delivery, just short of a length. Bounced steeply. Just couldn't get over the top of it. It looked like he tried to play it on the onside. Leading edge, Sewak taking his second catch of the innings. And South Africa now really in dire straits. 33 for 5.
Mark Boucher takes guard. South Africa's new batsman. Well, it says record averaging just over 30 with 400s. Long while since his last.
Well, he's a man for the trenches. South Africa have got their backs thoroughly against the wall now. Boucher has pulled them out of trouble on a number of occasions.
And that might be boundary number 5. 2 of those came from Callis in 1 over. And his good friend Mark Boucher's joined in. A little bit of respite.
Well, you're always going to run the risk when you look to bowl a full length of being driven. Good timing from Boucher. Yes, on so many occasions, got South Africa out of trouble. Will he do it again?
Bowled in off the inside edge. Mark Boucher playing away from his body. Well, there's the answer from Sreesanth. I think that wicket has given him the most delight of all. There's the reply. If you want to make it count, this is how to do it.
And he's made it work pretty good. He's won this battle as Sreesanth. My word, India right in this. What an opportunity. They've never won a test match in South Africa. Oh, they're on the road to achieving that. 38 for 6. Boucher goes.
Shaun Pollock. Well, I bet when he took that brilliant catch to dismiss Dhoni, he thought he'd have his feet up for the rest of the day. And here he finds himself just after lunch at the crease with Ashwell Prince, and the score is 38 for 6. Last man to go, Mark Boucher.
Bit of a soft dismissal, this. But again, India getting the ball up there, asking South Africa to have a drive. And it's worked again for them. Just holding its line. That brought about the inside edge. Perhaps Boucher not far across enough. Early on in his innings, the match situation, 5 down, having a drive. Well, you got to question that.
Just like that. Good timer of the ball. It's a trait in the Pollock family. He's away.
Trait in the Pollock family. I take it you're referring to the uncle, but was Dad a good timer as well?
Hey, not the worst. Batting at number 8 or 9. Getting 70 once. He played pretty well in Durban. Now going down. Oh, he's given. Oh, my initial reaction was it's going down, but he was quite a long way back in the crease, and the umpire thought that's good enough for me. Pollock on his way. Gee whiz, Sreesanth, that's his best ever in Test cricket, and the young man is delighted, and so he should be.
Well, the South African batting lineup, after this performance, will have a lot more respect for him. Mark Benson, excuse me, was quick with the decision. Hawkeye agrees with him. And it's gone from bad to worse now. South Africa 7 down with only 45 on the board. The dangerous Pollock goes for 5.
Andre Nel comes to the crease, 45 for 7. I wonder if he's ever come in at 45 for 7 before, let alone in a test match. The dangerous Pollock is gone. Only Ashwell Prince left, and I don't think he can hurt them too much in terms of being able to really smash them around. Rahul Dravid will be over the moon. Can you just imagine what the headlines in the Mumbai and Calcutta papers are going to be? Oh, yeah, a day. Let's have a day of celebration. You can all take the day off. Yorker, if he's thinking. He's away. Not the most elegant of shots. It's coming out the coaching manual, but it's the Farmers Weekly. But he's away for 3.
That's Mr. Nel. Just the way that the left foot, he cleared the left foot there under Nel. Might have suggested that he was anticipating a bouncer. And Srisan looking which was the correct option. Get it up there, knock it over. It's not a time now to try and hit people on the head or try and intimidate them. The best way to do the job is to get them out.
Again put away, this time a lot better from Ashwell Prince. That's off the middle. Yeah. 56 for 7.
One thing is for sure, Gerald, South Africa's been given a bowling lesson here. A bowling lesson of how to hit a perfect length on a wicket that is helping, assisting the seam bowlers. And this guy has been quite phenomenal.
He's got that away to the vacant area on the onside, and it will reach the boundary. Well, there's only a deep fine leg and a mid-on, and Nel exploiting that huge gap on the onside.
Only just got there, but it's 4. A smile on Andre Nel's face. I think that Tristan, they've just got to be nice and calm here. And the same lengths apply now to what you bowl at top order batters. You can easily slip into that mode of I'm going to bowl you out and come too straight, and this is where tailenders want you to bowl, at them. The same lengths apply.
Oh, he's hit that, there's a man out, it's gone for 6. Well, he timed that beautifully, and Ganguly down on the deep mid-wicket boundary has fallen very awkwardly. 6-0.
Again, he's trying to get it up there at the stumps, and that's in Andre Nel's arc, and it's gone out the park. Not quite, but oh, just hold the pose. Bit of a draw as well. Sourav Ganguly hits the deck quite hard, and he's still down.
Oh, well bowled and well played. Here's the confrontation. Nel just wanders past with a smile. Into the over, 67 for 7.
Thanks, bro. Thanks.
Good bit of action.
Well, you got a young, excited, fast bowler in Srisan. He's bowled a really good delivery here. Nel's kept his composure. Done well, hasn't he?
He's played it well. And now something that Andre Nel will do is throw the ball at you. He sticks his tongue out. Take that, son. He's watching himself here. Oh, it's great TV.
That's a solid blow. Big gap in the ground there between mid-off and mid-on. That's 4. Simply done.
Oh, he's just waited for this to slide onto the bat, and just a straight punch down the ground. Fine cricket shot.
Now he goes up, and this time the finger goes up. You can rely on Anil Kumble to do the job for you. And he's broken the partnership.
Brilliant bowling. Change of pace. Watch it go straight on with the arm. Ashwell Prince expecting it to come back into him. He allowed for that, and it went straight on. Good catch from Dhoni. Not always easy to catch those when they deflected so late. Up goes the finger. Ashwell Prince is very disappointed. He fought hard, but South Africa 84 for 8.
Well, the side in deep trouble. 84 for 8. They still trail by 165 runs, South Africa. And he'll be up against the wiles of Anil Kumble.
Just not quite sure what to expect here, Robbie. Disappointment for Graham Smith. He's going to have to play catch-up cricket now, and they'll have to bowl very well in the second innings to put India under all sorts of pressure. 165 on this wicket is a big lead.
He'll be disappointed with the South African effort, because we enter the 25th over and South Africa have lost 8 wickets.
Well, they reckon they know he's going to play. They've got 3. They've got a long on, deep mid-wicket and deep square leg, so they don't reckon Mackay is going to block too many. They've got an in-outfield, haven't they? A couple of catches, 3 round the bat, and then saving ones on the offside, but nothing on the onside.
I think it's a good field, because they believe if Mantini attacks, it'll be on the onside. To him! Off stump rattled. 2 wickets and 2 balls for Anil Kumble. And South Africa continuing to lose wickets at regular intervals.
This is brilliant bowling by Anil Kumble. That's a much quicker delivery. It's at least 10 k's quicker, and it's surprised Mackay and Tini. It's thoughtful bowling. He's just got Prince one that went on with the arm, and now he's got Ntini where he's just absolutely fizzed it past him. 84 for 9.
So Dale Steyn comes out to the middle with a runner. A.B. de Villiers will run for him, and he comes out at a time when Kumble has taken 2 wickets in 2 balls. Prince on the left, Ntini on the right. 2 extremely good deliveries. Oh, he gets some bat on it. But an excellent over. South Africa 84 for 9.
Last time South Africa were bowled out for under 100 was in 1957, 50 years ago. Robbie, you won't remember that.
Certainly won't, and they were lucky not to get the lowest score with the Wanderers today. It looked as if they might get there when they were 45 for 7 at one stage. I remember speaking to Daryl Cullinan on the first day and mentioning that India really had a chance to compete here if they batted half decently. And I thought it was a very professional effort yesterday. They took their time, the application was there. You always knew if they got the ball to swing, then they could put pressure on the South African top order. And that's exactly what's happened. And you've got a test match series on now.
Spot on. Swing has been the one key thing, and it's found some technical faults.
That's in the air. Zahir Khan running back. He's got a safe pair of hands. Takes it easily. South Africa bundled out for 84.
And they've deserved it. That equals the lowest score by South Africa, and they were bowled out in just 130 minutes. 26th over this is, and Andre Nel succumbs. Good catch by Khan, coming over the shoulders. Not easy when you're running back. Judged it to perfection. And what a performance by India. A little bit of swing, and the South African techniques were found wanting. My, will Roald Dravid be pleased? He'll be over the moon, and it's a very, very handy lead. And how will South Africa feel coming out into the field after being bundled out for 84? It won't be a happy dressing room.
On Fox Sports, races across 2 continents and through 6 countries over 15 stages. 9,000 kilometers of the most inhospitable terrain on the planet. 42 nationalities represented as motorbikes, cars, even trucks run the gauntlet through the desert to be first to the checkered flag. The Dakar Rally 2007 starts January 7. Fox Sports.
So what are you doing today?
What are you guys doing? So what are you doing?
I know. So what's happening? What are you doing? What are you doing? Let's go to Bluey's.
There are thousands of ways to celebrate Australia Day. So what are you doing?
Come on, Dad.
Visit australiaday.gov.au/2007 and share your Australia Day ideas. Australia Day. Celebrate what's great.
My Christmas wish. I probably want to spend it with my family because I live away from my family.
I'd like to get some more good books. That would be cool.
World domination.
I don't really have a Christmas wish because I love surprises.
Peace. World peace.
To have a little bit of a sit on Santa's lap.
I think my Christmas wish is more holidays. Yeah. Can Santa do that? God love him. He's a good man. Or woman.
We might be on TV. We might be on television. We might be on TV. Oh no, but so let's just bounce around. Let's just bounce around. Let's just bounce around.
Tea might have been a bit bitter for South Africa, and that's the reason why. It's first sub-100 total since readmission for South Africa. 84 all out here at Liberty Life Wanderers. 10 years since they got bowled out for just over 100 by India in Ahmedabad. So a really, really desperate situation. Graham Smith, South African captain, well, he'll feel the pressure, there's no question. 165 is the overall lead for India, who bowled absolutely beautifully. Remarkable day. But 15 wickets already, and potentially we still have 47 overs in the day's play.
This is the end that Sreesanth took all his wickets from. And it's always been the end you've always seen Makayantini bowl from. Surprisingly, in the first innings, bowled from the other end and took the second over. Well, it should be a very entertaining first hour or so as cricket. Here we go.
And pretty much in the area straight away. Makayantini would like to make him play, but not a bad one for first up.
Not a bad one at all. It had the look of that delivery which he got Jaffa out in the first innings. Slanting back into him, Jaffa looking to leave the ball. He's got to be looked to be playing the ball.
Oh, it's gone down to the third man boundary for 4. Slash. And high over the slip cordon. And they're underway again, India.
This is lovely cricket, simply because you've got a young man in here who came into the test match, got a pair last weekend. He battled in the first innings, got through a difficult period, then got out. Has he decided enough is enough? I'm going to play my shots.
And that'll go past. The dive from Prince to the deep backward point boundary. So quick with the hands. Sehwag, 4 runs, 12 for no wicket.
He'd always had the beating of Prince. The South African side right now, they're flat. The energy levels are down, the intensity's down. Someone's going to have to lift them. In the past, it's always been Mackay and Teeny. He's not quite hitting the crease as quickly as he normally does.
Edge and gone. Smith takes the catch. Nell gets the breakthrough. And India lose their first wicket. And Jaffa goes for 4. And India are 20 for 1.
This is better, Andre Nell. This is better, South Africa. Get it up there. Let the pitch do the work. That's what did it for India. Great length. Jaffa on the crease. Oh, that looks easy. Well taken, Graham Smith. This could all change suddenly here for South Africa and India. Jaffa hasn't been the best of tours. He goes for 4. India 24-1.
The captain to the crease, Rahul Dravid, comes out at the fall of the first wicket for India. 24-1, they lead by 185. Andre Nell getting the breakthrough. Dravid was involved in the only partnership of significance in the top order for India in the first innings. 69 with Sachin Tendulkar. Marshalled his troops so well and set his field so well. I mean, in the effort in the field. Really positive stuff. It's there! Bounces short. The shouts of catch. And A.B. de Villiers, I don't think, had a great sighter of it. Not that it was a catch at any stage to him. For a moment, his arms went wide.
Just didn't have enough legs on it. Had he hit that better, that would have been straight down his throat.
He's glanced it away and races down to the boundary for 4, offline. And Sehwag will make it pay. Not a good start to the over from Nell.
Probably just trying too hard here, Andre Nell. Very emotional sort of guy. He'll give you everything. You have to really be the master of that. It's so important just to settle him down. Don't need to G him up. There's no lack of that.
Edge and through the gap. Another boundary in the over. This time a little unfortunate for Andre Nell. And that gap has been there throughout the test match for South Africa. Between a sort of third slip sometimes. And then they've had a 4th or 5th. It's 37 for 1.
Shaun Pollock straight away. Why did they take so long to bring him on? He's a master. He's a master. 400 test wickets for Shaun Pollock, and what a one to get it with Rahul Dravid. The Indian skipper's got to go. Brilliant bowling. Well bowled, Shaun Pollock.
Wow, what an achievement, what a wicket, what a scalp to get. He has been fantastic. 400 test wickets, and that's the 400th just walking off. 37 for 2, India.
Just coming to the crease, Sachin Tendulkar. Again, required under a little bit of pressure to produce, but it's nothing new for Sachin Tendulkar. He'll be at the non-strikers end. Now, can Andre Nell follow that up? He's been bowling a bit too short. Last over went for too many. Again, it's this time. This time. It was only a matter of time. Sehwag, because that's kind of play. He's got it 33. That's about par for the course over here in South Africa, the way he plays. You've got to get an edge eventually. And the catching has been pretty good from South Africa. Andre Nell, he'll be delighted. Wicket for Pollock, now wicket for Nell.
Well, it's raining wickets here at the Wanderers. Another one he probably could have left alone. Straight to Herschel Gibbs at gully. This time, it doesn't find the gap. The safe hands of Herschel Gibbs. Sehwag goes to 33. It's 41 for 3.
Wickets have just been pouring down here. VVS Laxman makes his way to the crease. He got a handy 28, which in the context of this game is a pretty good score. And he's required again. Having a long chat to Sachin Tendulkar about what their tactics might be. gee, what do? They're natural attackers. I think both Tendulkar and Laxman like to attack, but it's not quite the situation for it.
It's been tough for shot making, that's for sure. Pushing away from his body, almost guiding that straight to Herschel Gibbs.
Oh, what a way to get off the mark. The big stride we talked about. I don't think Sean Pollock will be all that disappointed. Perhaps just a little full, but a good shot.
Yeah, fine shot. And the thing that makes this man so special is the balance. He's got such magnificent hands, and all round, the balance is the key to executing that shot.
Look at that stride, AD. It's a biggie. It really is. You might need to drive him back a little bit. The odd bouncer.
Lovely shot. Didn't try and hit it too hard, but the footwork was assured and positive. Also brings up India's 50.
Very good shot. Sachin Tendulkar's weight transfer here was beautiful.
What's so good to see is the stride in this innings. That's 4 more. These are all valuable runs when you consider the lead India has. It's 57 for 3. Well, something to cheer for the Indian supporters. This is a control shot. This loose bottom hand, so that the ball goes to ground. Second boundary of the over. Took the outside edge. It was played with soft hands.
Balled in, inside edge onto the stumps.
That didn't bounce as much as Tendulkar expected. And he's dragged it on, and just what South Africa wanted.
That's a big wicket and a big breakthrough. Sachin Tendulkar was looking so good. Sean Pollock produces one that didn't get up, but it has to be said that Tendulkar played a long way away from his body there. His footwork just let him down, dragged it onto the stumps. Disappointment for him. Big wicket for South Africa, 61 for 4.
Well, Sourav Ganguly is back with the pads on and out into the centre. 89 matches, vastly experienced, played well in the first innings to make 51 not out. And the reason why he's there is because Sachin Tendulkar was dismissed a little while earlier in this fashion.
Tendulkar just playing away from his body. The ball did keep a little bit low, but he didn't get himself in a good position. Sean Pollock is delighted, and why not? South Africa needed this wicket desperately.
That's cut away handsomely to the fence. With an offer for Ganguly, he pounced on it in a flash. It's an area he likes, Sourav Ganguly, and scores a lot of runs.
Oh, he loves it there. If you feed him there, he'd be delighted. It was a very good shot.
And that could go to the boundary as well. Andre Nel giving chase. Wow, isn't he giving it everything? I think that's gone to the boundary. Umpire's not entirely sure. He's not going to signal, but Nel knows it's over. So another 4, 241 the lead. It's 80 for 4.
He looked a very determined man, Sourav Ganguly, in his first innings, and again showing that sort of commitment. The stroke was so well timed.
Oh, it slid between the third or fourth slip and the backward point, down to the boundary for 4. Into these fields, you beat them, it's gone for 4, and that's the third one in the last 8-9 deliveries.
It's got to consider having a third man, Graham Smith. Perhaps the gully's got to come out, or the cover. I'd rather go for the cover. I'll ask the batsman to have a drive. I'd rather have him dropping it for 1 on this happening. 16th boundary so far of the innings. I'd like to know, Gerald, how many have in fact gone to third man? It won't surprise me if it's at least 50% of the boundaries.
That was a genuine thick edge, which will encourage Ntini, but it doesn't help the scoreboard. And there we go again, and that, although Prince is giving Skelter chase, it's gone to the boundary. It's 4 boundaries in the last 2 overs. It's 88 for 4.
The lead goes on beyond 250. Intentionally played and well played by Laxman.
The economy of movement. That's in the air and wide of slip. And to make matters worse, to the boundary as well. Just wide of a diving Jacques Kallis.
Now, that being the first innings with the ball for South Africa, there was the third slip. It would have gone in. Can't expect it now. Circumstances are different, but it just has not been their day. It's a day to forget.
Isn't arguably in cricket where you can take a catch like Sean Pollock did today. You can take your 400th test wicket. You can take your first forfeit in nearly 2 years. Oh, beautifully played. Just picked off that line and sent away down to wide long on for 4. And things just starting to get away from South Africa now. Lead 275, 110 for 4.
Up in the air, where's that? Destroy's dragged it on. I thought it had gone. Gee whiz.
I think it's caught behind. It's gone off the bottom edge, just about carrying to Boucher.
I thought it had hit the stumps. That's what I thought. It's just the bottom edge. And Mark Boucher leaning forward takes a good catch. So Ganguly has just committed suicide, in my opinion. There was so much in the driver's seat. And in the end, he's played a shot, I think a premeditated. He did it a couple of times in the first innings, but he's done it again. He's played that shot, got himself out. 119 for 5. Mahendra Singh Dhoni comes to the crease. And Sourav Ganguly, apologies to everybody out there, got so excited. I didn't realise what had happened, thought he dragged it on, but in fact he'd got a bottom edge and it carried to Mark Boucher. So Makhaya Ntini, all that effort is rewarded. There it is. It must have been so faint. And you see the batsman just obscuring the stumps from our commentary position, and I thought he dragged it on, but it's carried to Boucher. And 5 down. Now then, what's Dhoni going to do?
Yes, he'll be kicking himself here, Ganguly, because they had South Africa on the mat here, India. And he's given his wicket away, premeditated shot. He played one in the first innings. You mentioned that, Barry. That went for 6. Oh, that went like a bullet. I wonder if it's hit the umpire on the way. He was covering his face. He's got the sun in his eyes. 123 for 5. There you can see umpire Mark Benson. Just for a minute, he must have thought it's coming straight to him. He's dying for cover there.
It ain't over yet. Could be more.
Oh, he smashes that. 1 bounce, 2, 3 over the rope. Well, this is where Dhoni can be dangerous.
I don't know about dangerous. I think he can be lethal because he's got a license. They're almost up to 300. So this is just a perfect scenario for him. And something that South Africa, if they don't get him out tomorrow morning, will be a run fest if he has a little bit of luck, because he is a smasher. And he's prepared to play shots no matter what.
Edge gone. Beautiful delivery. Perfect length, and he's been a master at that. He's been the outstanding bowler for South Africa, and again he emphasises that with a lovely delivery and reward. Pollock gets the breakthrough early, 147 for 6.
Well, we've said it often enough during the last 2 days. If you bowl in that area of uncertainty, getting the batsman forward, close to off stump, the rewards will come, and Shaun Pollock has done that very well. Outside edge, end of Dhoni, 147 for 6.
So Pollock makes the early breakthrough, and again, we were listening to an interview with Shaun Pollock before the day's play, and he talked about, the question was posed as to what does he describe his record over 400 wickets now, and he just said, simple, stick to the basics, keep it up there, let the ball do a lot of the work, and that's what he's done. Again,
excellent first up delivery. He's been the master craftsman all these years. He started off as a young fast bowler. He bowled pretty quickly, aggressively. So we look at that outside edge, easy catch for Mark Boucher. Then after a couple of years or so, he settled down into a pattern that he's followed all the way through. Bowling slightly slower, relying on control, relying on movement, making the batsman play as often as he can. And that recipe has been very successful for him.
And he's caught at backward point, or gully if you like, by Ashwell Prince, slicing it away. Nell gets the second wicket of the morning, his third, and India are 148 for 7, just what South Africa would have wanted.
Good bowling. This is a fuller delivery. Kumble didn't get a stride in, outside edge. Good catch by Ashwell Prince, low down at backward point. South Africa fighting back. India 148 for 7, a lead of 313.
It's been a good morning so far for South Africa. They've taken 2 wickets, just 2 runs have been scored. And Zahir Khan is the new batsman to join Vivius Laxman.
Flicked that away in the air, and good timing, 4 runs. Very welcome boundary for India. They've been few and far between. Nell's not happy because he slid it down the leg side, but picked off by Laxman. Good player, this fella. In the air, but through the gap. And that's 50 for Laxman. Slightly lucky way to get it, though.
A great innings, very important one for India. And Andranel can't believe his luck.
There's the slog. Has he got enough bat on it? Yes, I think he has. He gets the left leg out the way and has the full swing.
It looked as if it might have been a slow ball from Shaun Pollock. His eyes lit up, got the left foot out the way and had a swing.
Big shot, and that is going right up into the stands. Huge blow from Laxman. From Khan, at least. He's put it up probably 12 rows back.
It didn't take Khan long to look at Smith. He's decided now to take him on. Brought up the 50 partnership as well. That is well struck. This is a big one.
It's a short outside off stump, and Smith shouts in anguish as he's carved away to the backward point boundary for 4. 10 off the over.
Now the disappointment there from Graeme Smith. He's got a 6-3 offside field.
Big, oh, he's hit it straight back so hard. Smith couldn't hold it. It's gone to the boundary for 4.
This had to be very firmly struck. Smith's got good hands. Don't see him drop too many too often. The way that it just went from Smith to the boundary was in a flash.
Out of the screws of the bat, and I mean, even as Smith got good hands on it because it deviated quite substantially away from the line it was on and raced away to the boundary. Chance gone a begging, 212 for 7. Big hit. You can catch it in the stands.
It's going to bring the end of Smith's short little spell. Surely. The lead at 383. It's 218 for 7.
Down on one knee and high into the stands. Big blow from Zahir Khan. His second 6. It's 218 for 7. And problems for Graham Smith. Not only has he got a sore hand, he's got bowling figures that don't look too pretty either.
Edged, caught, is it? Claiming it. There's a glance at the umpire. But Mackay Rantini comes up with the goods. Hasn't been his best morning. He hasn't bowled as well as he has in the past, but he certainly got one to just nip away at the right time. And a very good knock from Laxman comes to an end.
Very good delivery and an excellent catch. Graham Smith caught this very well at first slip. Delivery just straightened a little bit, finding the outside edge. Very good catch. Diving forward to his left. And that should make him feel a lot better. 218 for 8, a lead of 383.
Srisanth comes to the crease. Now, he had a wonderful debut with the ball. 5 wickets, his best in Test cricket. And he's an aggressive little character. I'm sure it won't be long before he gets a short ball to test him out. But it is the end now. 383. Perhaps a shade too much, but these tail enders would love to push it above the 400. Yeah, there's another one. There's another one. He gets inspired when he gets a wicket, does Mackay Rantini. That was a lot quicker. 2 in the over for Mackay Rantini. It's come and bursts the wickets. Good partnership between Zahir and Laxman came to an end, and now Zahir himself goes.
Good delivery again. Extra bounce. Zahir Khan, who's played very well, played away from his body. It's a very good delivery to a tail ender, good delivery to anyone, in fact. Mackay Rantini strikes. 219 for 9. Singh coming into bat. He made a significant contribution in the first innings. He was involved in a very good last wicket partnership with Sourav Ganguly. Played very aggressively. Chanced his arm and got away with it. South Africa get the last wicket now, then they'll have to negotiate a very tricky little 10-minute period before the lunch break, which, as Barry Richards, or in fact we both know, as an opening batsman, is not very pleasant. Someone out in the hook now, and a leg gully in position.
And smashed it away. How far has it gone? Oh, it's on for young and old, yeah. I think the umpires might have a little bit to say about that, and the match referee as well. The twirling of the bat. Andre Nell has gone for 6. Don't bowl a good length ball. It's got to be a Yorker.
The match referee will definitely get involved. Still going on. A.B. de Villiers has something to say. Graham Smith has something to say.
He's almost wound his arm off. Watch this then, the glance. You gotta love it. He's a feisty little character. What's he about? He's about 5'10" at the most. Smashed over the top, and this will be 4. The tailies enjoying themselves. Races towards the 400 mark lead.
That was in the slot. Kayantini just didn't get it full enough. We saw Singh do this in the first innings. Backs away. Has a swing through the line. Good contact.
Must have a pretty good eye, you know, because his eyes are nowhere near the line of the ball. Watch how he backs right away, but it just comes straight out of the middle. And this is where you mustn't panic as a bowler. You've got to really think this through before you run up to bowl and have a really clear idea of where you want to land the ball. Followed him this time, but he still swung it away on the leg side. Kalima's out there. Oh, he'll have to hurry. This is a good chance of a run out, and it's going to be called. I think he's gone. I think he's gone. Asking for it, but I think he's gone.
Good work by Mark Boucher. The throw came in from Demisa Makalima. Boucher had a lot of work to do here. He gathered it cleanly on the half volley, coming back in at the stumps, taking the bowls off, and he's out. So South Africa will require 402 for victory. They may have to face 1 over before lunch. And it's a very good performance by India. They've put themselves in a very good position to win this match.
Yeah, brilliant take from Mark Boucher. It really was. It wasn't the greatest of throws, and to take it on the half volley, and you know that you're under pressure to get it to the stumps, he did it beautifully. It really was. There it is. The cheer goes up. South Africa need 402. I'm not sure why he's celebrating. It was his wicketkeeper who did it for him. This is how it ended.
Second run was always going to be tight. Makalima comes around from the square leg boundary. The throw is not good. Mark Boucher does brilliantly. Gathered it on the half volley, took the bowls off. End of the Indian innings.
The Ford Ranger Cup live Saturday on Fox Sports. Interstate rivalry at its best. The Redbacks out to put the bite on the Bush Rangers. South Australia Victoria, Fox Sports 3 live Saturday from 3. Cricket on Fox Sports. How good is it?
My favourite summer sport would have to be surfing.
And surfing? Favourite summer sport to play is definitely my wife, and I'm probably getting in trouble for saying that.
I'm not really a surfer, but I just like to say that.
Because she's cute. I dig her.
Probably lawn bowls.
Just got myself a new boat, and it's great wakeboarding heaps.
You know, there's something special about surfing in summer.
Probably bowls, because you can have a beer while you do it.
You can just cruise about and not do too much all day and have the best day of your life.
Back here at the Wanderers, the two skippers in picture, Graham Smith and Rahul Dravid, having a little bit of laugh. That was probably about the last wicket partnership, but it's no laugh for this man, Herschel Gibbs. He's on a pair, and he's just got 1 over to negotiate, and that's probably as tough an ask as you have as an opening batsman in a test match. 402 is the target. And Zahir Khan, who's had a very, very good tour, has got the new ball in his hands. good record for Gibbs, 1400s, 2250s. He's got a double 100. Maybe he needs to surpass that if South Africa have any chance in this game. Bowled out for 236 India, and now South Africa facing the music. That's got to be close, and it's got to be close both ways. LBW, and it might have hit the glove on the way up. Huge dive.
He's got to be lucky to get away with that. We'll just have another look, hopefully, at the replay to see where that ball pitched. It was a very good first delivery by Zahir Khan.
Back, man, take hard for the ball, mate.
Yeah. The LB was fine because it looked like it was going to go over and perhaps down leg side, but it just looked like there may have been something on the way up that flicked his glove, or maybe an inside edge.
Nick, gone. A pair for Herschel Gibbs, and Zahir Khan, as he has done throughout this tour, has struck again. Head down for Herschel Gibbs. Is it the end for him? Well, we'll have to just wait and see. Just angled nicely.
Good delivery, but has to be said, it's a poor stroke. A loose drive outside off stump. He was dismissed in a similar fashion in the first innings. This time he was caught at first slip, and trouble for South Africa right at the start.
The first ball after lunch is Hashim Amla's first ball of his second innings. In after the dismissal of Herschel Gibbs for naught, consigning him to a pair in this test match. And there is Amla's first delivery, just bringing that bat across as he does. Oh, well played. Beautifully done.
Good positive stuff this from Graham Smith. Technically, well, everyone was saying he's in a bit of trouble, but is this the way to go forward? Being positive, short from Zahir Khan, and effortlessly put away by Smith. Shot and four.
It's beautiful use of the pace of the ball and the direction. Neatly played. It's a typical Hashim Amla shot, 22 for 1.
Nice little start this from South Africa after lunch, and Hashim Amla will murder you all day if you bowl there.
Oh, he's gone. Caught at backward point. Wide delivery, playing away from the body. He just couldn't resist it. Suhag takes the catch, and away goes Smith. It's 22 for 2.
Poor shot selection. He couldn't resist it, quite rightly so. What a catch that is. That's a brilliant catch. And the aeroplane takes off. 22 for 2.
Jacques Kallis out to join Hashim Amla. South Africa lose their second wicket at 22. Big blow for India, struck by Srisant, caught by Suhag. Great catch. Take you through the next half hour. Daryl Cullinan and Barry Richards.
Thank you, Gerald. Big moment for South Africa. Jacques Kallis coming to the crease. Two for 2, and their backs to the wall. But I don't know. Somehow I get this feeling it's not all over. There's another few twists and turns to this test match, in my opinion. Be tough for South Africa. 380 seems an awful long way away, but if you were going to back anybody to get you there, here's the man. It's going to be a no ball, and it's going to go for 4 off the pads. Big bars. We could have told him that. He wasn't sure. Wide of the crease and just wide. It's gone away for 4, but he followed it, did Hashim Amla, and that was bowled from wide of the crease. Good thinking.
And has followed up with a few words as well. There we see just that little jump at the last moment. He's got away with it, Amla, but he's got to be asking himself, was that necessary? Eyes lit up a little bit. That's what happens when the bowling's good and nothing's going your way, not getting to the other end quick enough. Trying to make something out of nothing, really.
Beautifully done. Oh, that is excellent bowling. Oops, you don't do that, young man. You've done enough by getting him out really close to the stumps. He's Andre Nel, isn't he? In drag. Beautifully bowled, though. Really close to the stumps. Got his man. Excellent.
Yet again, the length being so good. Amla not quite behind it. He's got to be careful here, Sreesanth. There's no doubt the match referee may just be sitting up more upright at the moment. Amla gone for 17, 34 now for 3.
Ashwell Prince comes to the crease with a big job to do. South Africa looking straight down the barrel. Major problems, but he is a fighter and he won't give his wicket away easily. He values his wicket, does Ashwell Prince.
Lovely shot. No need to run for that. He just picked it away on the onside. Ganguly staying in line.
Good shot by Jacques Kallis. He was quickly in position.
Oh, great shot. Great shot. Lovely to watch Kallis. That square cut race to the boundary.
Buffet ball. Short, wide, hit me, so he did. And well. Crunched it through the covers.
And that's a good shot, but it's good cricket. You could see the thought process there from Kumble. He was looking to set him up. 76 for 3. Yes, he was attempting the flipper here. Just a little bit shorter than what Kumble would have expected. Edged and taken. What a wicket here for India. Full marks to Sreesanth. He threw the bait at Kallis, who couldn't resist. And South Africa have lost their best player.
You've got to give credit here. This is a very good bowling. Superb bowling. You don't often nick Kallis off like this. It was there to be driven, but it was the lateness of the swing. He's at such a good position with the ball, the release out the hand. He's given it every opportunity to swing or do something off the pitch. Full marks to Sreesanth. Deserved that wicket. Kallis sadly has to go. South again, all sorts of trouble now. 84 for 4.
84 for 4. AB de Villiers comes out to the middle. South Africa in deep trouble now. They've lost Kallis. Still a long way to go. Runs wise, time wise, for South Africa to try and save this test match.
Yet again, the catching behind the stump, superb. This would have come quickly to the man at third slip.
Oh, it's gone through. Sehwag and down to the boundary for 4. There were shouts of catch.
It was in the air. May have just dropped short of Sehwag. It was in the air for quite some time. Like a sliced drive and just short. Awkward sort of bounce for him. Just in front of him. 2 feet in front of him, and sometimes difficult to stop those.
Smashed away. No trouble at all. Bounce going out of the track, and it just set up nicely. AB doesn't miss those.
Very good shot by AB de Villiers. He was into position quickly. Short delivery. Didn't really get up. He had plenty of time. Played it well.
Oh, this is going to be quick. That's got to be very quick. There's going to be a call for the replay. The Indians are absolutely convinced that was a suicidal one from AB. I think he timed it better than he thought he had. And where is he? Oh, I can't tell from that one. Can't tell from that one. It's going to be mighty, mighty close.
Eyes well out. Well, I guess it's just the innocence of youth, but on the stump, Mike could hear all the time how they've been talking, I'm quicker than you and we can run singles and we can do this and we can do that. You've just cannot afford to underestimate the opposition. It was brilliant fielding there by Zahir Khan.
He's paid a penalty. He's so confident in his own running, he thinks he can run to everybody, and that says that you cannot. And I think one of the things that he did wrong is that Zahir Khan is a left-hander. Quite often you can hit it straight down the wicket, and there's a right-hander, but he didn't have to run around it. He had to run straight at the ball and then onto the stumps, and AB de Villiers, just when they needed him to stay in, has found himself on the way back to the pavilion. Very, very disappointing. Played pretty well, but then ran himself out. 120 for 5. Mark Boucher, another fighter, comes to the crease. 120 for 5, and a really perilous position for South Africa. And AB de Villiers brought about his own demise. Very disappointing. Mark Boucher, pretty handy average, just around 30, 400s. And he'll need all his resolve to pull South Africa. Tough one for Mark Boucher.
That is the end of Prince, is it? No, it is not. Huge appeal from India, not from Daryl Harper. Prince was unmoved. A beautiful delivery. And it is the end of the over at 131 for 5.
There was definitely a noise. India seemed convinced. They can't believe it. There was a noise. It wasn't bat on pad. It wasn't the bat hitting the ground. Great delivery again. Sreesanth getting it right. Wasn't too much that Prince did wrong here, leaving the batsman. Umpires have had a great test match so far. Seldom have they got something wrong. I think on this occasion, Mr. Harper, I think you have.
Oh, that's slapped away through the onside. It was taken from outside the off stump and hit between the bowler and mid-on. You don't often see that happening.
Good shot by Mark Boucher. He's into position quickly. Zahir Khan just looks a little bit tired. That delivery didn't really come out. There was nothing behind it.
Gets it. It's a good half century here for Ashwin Prince. He's had to work hard for it. 145 for 5.
Gutsy innings by Ashwin Prince. Nice little touch by Sreesanth. Handshake when he got to his 50. That's good to see.
That was very good to see because they've been at each other's throats. And this is how he got it. And he's had to work hard. He concentrated really well in this innings. And this is a good gesture. Very good gesture. A short delivery, got into position quickly. Boucher reaches the boundary quickly. Looked as if Boucher was expecting it. He loves playing that shot. Got hold of it this time. That's close. He's gone. Beautiful delivery from Zahir Khan. Good shape. And Boucher caught in front of his stumps, and India get the breakthrough.
Easy decision, really got it to come back nicely, Zahir Khan. He got himself in an awkward position, Mark Boucher. You see the head and the foot, nowhere in line, falling over. He was expecting it to go the other way, banging, it would hit the stumps halfway up. And South Africa lose a wicket with just 1 run added this morning. The feisty character of Mark Boucher has to make his way back to the pavilion. Didn't add to his 23, 164 for 6.
Sean Pollock comes out to the middle. South Africa have lost an early wicket this morning. Just what they didn't need. But from India's point of view, they're inching closer.
Needs the same sort of delivery again. That'll surprise Sean Pollock, tailing in.
It was almost there, but he gets some bat on it, and he'll find the boundary as well. In the end, I reckon Pollock was forced to play that shot once he saw the ball coming into his pads.
Yeah, late adjustment from Sean Pollock. He it just tailed in nicely, but again, such a good timer of the ball, Sean Pollock. And it looks like he's quite happy to play positive shots.
Nicely timed. Just a flick of the wrist and the ball will reach the boundary. It's 172 for 6.
Well, just 1 run in just about 15 or so minutes, and then suddenly 2 boundaries from Sean Pollock. I don't think he's going to hold back. He's one of those type of players that can get 50 in no time at all and turn the game around.
That's in the air and will clear the boundary comfortably. So he's going for it, Pollock. Already 2 boundaries and a 6.
Nothing to lose, and he's got a bit of a license to play in his normal fashion, and this is how Sean Pollock plays. I tell you what, if he has a little bit of luck, that's carried all the way. He does swing the bat hard. He holds it near the top, so there's long levers. And the timing is exquisite.
Then he'll have 4 there. Just running it between second slip and gully. The unprotected third man boundary does the rest, and Bert Prince goes to 60.
Bowled in. Well called, Alan Donald. Sean Pollock just going for 1 shot too many. And you wonder why. He hits the ball so beautifully straight. Why does he have to go across the line? He's done an AB, and it's cost him his wicket. And Anil Kumble has done the job just before the new ball. Congratulations all round from the Indians. They know how important that is. And just a little bit of brain fade from Sean Pollock.
Well, as experienced as he is, well, I suppose you'll have to say that you live by the sword and you die by it. But that's the way he was always going to play. He's gone for 40, a quick one, 231 for 7.
Andre Nell strides to the crease, and well, how will he play? Block, slog? I think we'll probably have a little bit of everything. I know one thing, Al. There's 6 overs to the new board, and Sri Stath will be waiting for that moment.
I was just going to say, that new rock is around the corner. And that he'll be getting, here it is again. Top of just clipping the 1 bail. Full, and has missed him. That'll be 4. Nicely played by Andre Nell.
Yeah, he went wide on the crease and he slid it down the leg side. He's livid with himself. He knows that was a poor delivery. He'd done all the hard work setting his batsman up, and then he's just slanted it way down the leg side. And now plenty of time to just flick it away. Timed nicely, mind you.
That's beautifully bowled. He set him up so well there, Anil Kumble. A couple of flighted deliveries, then the quicker one. And before Andre Nell's bat could come down, the ball had thudded into the pads.
Seen this Kumble do this throughout his career. Set you up, and then it's the quicker one. Needs to chat to somebody in the side. They need to remind him about it. Very similar to the dismissal of Mackay Ntini in the first innings. Quicker one sliding on that occasion. Ntini was bowled. Yep, it's LBW. So, sadly, entertainment was not going to be. Nell has to go. Didn't require the new ball. South Africa 245 for 8.
Dale Steyn comes out to the middle with a runner. Hashim Amla will be running for him. But India inching closer to a historic win.
Oh, Ravi, just the way they've played, and if they are to achieve that historical win, how will this go down in India?
Huge. This is Nell. Typical Kumble delivery to a tail-ender. Oh, that's a lovely shot. It didn't bounce as much as he expected, but he adjusted so well. Kept his eyes on the ball. Rolled his wrists. Consecutive boundaries here for Prince. He's into the 90s.
.97 to Prince. If he gets there, it will be his third Test 100. Will he take on Kumble?
He's bowled in. He's played all over it. He cannot believe it. Disappointment all round because he played really well and deserved 100. Unfortunately, he has to depart for 97. Well, just one more wicket needed for India. And Ntini lasted just one ball in the first innings and he was cleaned up by Kumble. Well, Kumble has the opportunity again to finish things off here.
It's in the air. Virender Sehwag takes the catch that makes history for India. Their first win in Test cricket in South Africa. Absolute delight and richly deserved for India. They produced a marvellous effort throughout this Test match. They've dominated it, and this is how it's ended.
Wonderful performance by India. They came into this Test match very determined to reverse the results of the one-day series. They did so. They were focused. They were well prepared. They took South Africa on. Under South Africa's conditions, it suits them generally at the Wanderers, a pitch that suited the faster bowlers. Rahul Dravid, quite rightly, delighted. And the series now is well and truly alive.
So that's how it all transpired here. India 249, South Africa skittle for 84. India forging a lead of 402, South Africa 278 all out. India win by 123.
This has been a Fox Sports presentation.
Friday on Fox Sports 1, NFL Game Day recaps the game of the week. At 7:30, take a look at the best fights of 2006. Then we preview the weekend's Premier League fixtures before heading to the triathlon.
NBA on Fox, the fastest route to the hoop. The Cleveland Cavaliers MVP hopeful LeBron James wants payback against Detroit after being pummeled out of last year's semifinals by the Pistons. Cleveland-Detroit, Friday at noon, live on Fox Sports 3.
Boxing, also called pugilism or the sweet science, a sport in which two participants of similar weight fight each other with their fists. Fox Sports, Australia's finest boxing coverage.
Forget Boxing Day, it's Boxing Month, weighing in this December on Fox Sports. Friday night, we bring you the best Aussie stousers of 2006. Fox Sports 1, 7:30 Friday night. Fox Sports and boxing, what a combination.